Hello, hello. I hope I find you and everyone else very, very well today. Before we get started, guys, let's go ahead and get the usual out of the way. Remember, guys, that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And please, please, please do not force anything regarding your situation. If you'd like to book a private reading, then it will be more geared towards your unique situation. Please visit www.intuitiveperceptions.com to book your reading today. And while you're on the website, please utilize the chat feature as I will answer back. And you can go ahead and explain your situation, and I'll there be able to provide you with the best service. Okay, let's go ahead and bless the decks and we'll get started. Father God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one, holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide Leo with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and or intended to be. Leo, so in terms of traditional tarot, we have the Four of Swords reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, Ten of Cups, and we also have the King of Wands reversed. I haven't seen these two end cards here. These are sort of like your advice cards, but we have the rune for, it's like fire, but I want to say it's more of kind of strength and power, you know? And then this rune over here is for harvest. It's also the rune for justice. Leo, this month for March, I'm feeling, or what I'm initially getting from your spread here, is not holding back any longer. There's a real sense of going for it, going toward it. I'm also hearing conquering what is mine, conquering what is earned. That even makes a little bit of sense. What I'm picking up, Leo, is really moving forward with a plan. I don't really feel like the idea of the plan, Leo, or the reason for it, or the precipice of it, that kind of makes sense as well, is bad. I'm really feeling as if it's something that you've been waiting for a while, for a long time now. And it's something that is almost along the lines of rightfully yours and rightfully earned. And you are no longer waiting on the other person, the other party, the circumstance, whatever it may be for you today, person, place, or thing, to actually start this for you or to provide this for you. I'm kind of a little bit hesitant in choosing my words or choosing certain types of words. It's because I don't want this to come off as being like arrogant or being or developing the aspect of it being or the vibe, you know, coming off as being kind of one-sided and being kind of just snooty, you know, because I really don't feel like that's what's going on here. I really feel like you feel like you've been robbed of something almost, but not to the extent of someone maybe physically robbing you of something. I mean, that could be the case since this is a general reading. But I really just feel like you're no longer waiting for that thing, that aspect, that one thing. And I really feel, Leo, like you have also come to the conclusion through waiting patiently that you're not going to get it from this person, place, or thing. With the Seven of Swords reversed here. you have, I'm going to use the word caught. You've caught this person, place, or thing in terms of it not, or this or it not providing it for you. Like it's just not going to happen, Leo. You know, at least upon their volition, or at least upon the volition of the circumstance, whatever the case may be. But I really just feel, Leo, that there's a lot of impatience here as well. Because I'm really picking up, like I said before, really feeling like this is owed to you. Like this is something that you've worked for, something that you've been waiting around for, something that is expected of the person, place, or thing that's at hand for you today. And Leo, I understand that this is rightfully yours, or that this is rightfully something that you require and that you need and that you work towards or expected. But what I'm getting here also, Leo, is don't rush into it. Don't approach it initially, or I mean at all really, but don't approach it, Leo, as, or with, I should say, with vigor, or with the intent to ravish it. And I understand that it's something that you're very passionate about, and I can really see it. It's here. Just watch the delivery, Leo. That's it. Watch the, or pay attention to, I should say, your disposition regarding, I want to use the word capturing this. It's a little strange to use that word, but I'm going to say it. Or just obtaining this. Because, Leo, it's different if it's an item. You know, we can always just obtain an item, or take an item, or whatever the case may be. We can always, you know, acquire the item. But if this is an attribute of a person, or you are expecting a result of a person, or an action of a person, we need to be very careful, Leo, upon how we approach it, upon how we begin to manifest this, begin to take what is ours in a sense, you know? Because if it is regarding a person, Leo, for you, we can really mess up something good sometimes, you know, or at least something to our liking. And also, Leo, we can maybe somewhat entice, these words I'm using, it sounds like trickery here, but that's not really not what I'm going with it. I'm just trying to explain this the best way that I can, but I feel as though that if you approach, right, you gather this from this person, place, or thing, especially from a person, in a certain manner, you may get the beginning of it or the commencing of it. But eventually, if it is regarding a person, Leo, they're going to eventually back off, you know, if the initial delivery is a little bit too harsh. If it's filled with self-entitlement, if it's filled with disregard for the other person's feelings, you know. And I'm also picking up here that maybe a lack of communication, because the Four of Swords reversed is coming out of a moment of contemplation. That's why I look at the Four of Swords reversed as no longer holding back, moving forward, kind of going forward or moving forward with a plan at hand or with an idea in mind. And with the Ten of Cups here, I really feel that it's okay. It's something good. And I also feel like with the Ten of Cups here, Leo, that you know that when you obtain this, whatever it is, that it's going to be that much better, you know? And I really do see that here, and I feel that here, that it really will be. But Leo, we don't want to screw up a good thing, you know? If it's something that it really isn't meant to be obtained immediately. I'm really going back and forth here, Leo, because I really feel like this month you're unsure about taking this step forward, about moving forward with this idea or plan at hand here. But I really feel like just be careful in terms of there's a fine line, you know, in terms of what we earn, you know, and what we're getting sometimes. You know, if we worked 30, 40 hours a week, we would expect that much in pay, you know? Absolutely. And if you're not getting that amount in pay, either there's two things, Leo, you know. One is, why are you working there? And I'm speaking figuratively, of course, or this could pertain to your job, but figuratively for the sake of the argument here. But either why are you working there, right, is the first option, or the second option is are we going to just accept things for what they are? But if we accept things for what they are, Leo, that's reflection upon us, upon you as an individual, you know? It displays, or you exhibit this aura in terms of your self-acceptance. So there's this tread lightly kind of feeling here, because why are we working there, Leo, you know, if we're not getting really what we know we deserve and what we have worked towards? And with the Seven of Swords reversed here, you know, I look at this card as, or I interpret this card as someone, like I said, getting caught or being recognized for their thievery. That's even a word. You know, being someone getting caught, basically. You know, because the Seven of Swords upright is a card of feeling robbed of something, of someone being sneaky. But when it's reversed, I look at it as they are now getting caught. So that's why I'm looking at it, Leo, as you've already recognized that this is not going to come from the volition of this person, place, or thing. It's going to come from, or you will obtain it by or from your own volition. So why are we still involved here then, Leo? You know, because if you have to fight for certain little things all the way down the road, you know, regarding this person, place, or thing for you. Now, let me add this in there before I finish that thought. It's good to fight for what we want, of course, absolutely, but it shouldn't be something that we fight for continuously. We should fight for, you know, choose our battles, of course, but we shouldn't have to fight for every single tiny little battle, you know? Everything shouldn't be a battle. There should be reciprocity within this person, place, or thing for you today. So that brings me back to the Ten of Cups here. What energy are we putting towards this person, place, or thing for you? What are you getting out of it? What is the other person getting out of it? You see what I'm saying? You could be dealing with the Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries possibly. But besides that, the effort being put in, is it amounting to emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, emotional abundance with another person, place, or thing? Is what you putting in, or the other person putting in, since this is general, is it amounting to something that suffices? You know, is the end result that which surmounts to the amount of work put into it, you know? I'm not sure, Leo. But I'm glad to see that you are fighting for what you want and for what you feel you deserve. That's great. Let's see. Okay, nice. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. And we have the Six of Pentacles here. They're both upright, which is great. So I want to say, Leo, that yeah, you are seeing results. And the fact that you are still around, Leo, does show me, and yourself as well, that it's really worth it, you know? But it's interesting that the Nine of Pentacles is here, because whenever I see the Nine of Pentacles, specifically the Nine of Pentacles, and with the rune for fire, you know, or for, like I said, strength and power and energy, this is more of a card, and Leo, I'm sorry, can't even speak. This is more of a card, Leo, the Nine of Pentacles, when I look at it as being self-sufficient, being or gaining self-abundance, having self-abundance. Just for yourself as an individual, though, which is wonderful. That's where it should always start. But if this involves another person, Leo, why is it only for yourself? I hope I'm making sense here. What I'm saying is, why is the focus only on you, Leo? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, it's selfish or anything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is, why is it such an importance for you to obtain this for yourself when this possibly should be given to you, you know? Back to what I said, or what I was stating about reciprocity and how it should just be given to you. When I say given, earned as well, of course, but it's more of just reciprocated onto you. Because then that shows that the other person, place, or thing is present. That they are acknowledging your efforts. They're acknowledging your dedication. And they're reciprocating that with their acknowledgement and their dedication and their accolade to you, you know? But there's an essence here of needing to obtain it for yourself. And I hope I'm making sense here. It shouldn't always be like that. It should be reciprocated, you know? And if you find yourself being stressed out in terms of needing to obtain it yourself or for yourself, and that seems to be the recurring theme, the other party isn't really giving you what you need, you know? Or giving you what you've earned. So why are we still working there? See, going back to that idea. Now we have the Six of Pentacles here. Great. You know, with the card for harvest. The rune for harvest. This is great. But you're harvesting, Leo, it seems, this blissful end, or this blissful need, or this blissful want for emotional happiness and emotional abundance. Absolutely, you deserve it. But what are we doing to get it? How are we, or the other person, is reacting, either giving it or getting it or obtaining it? There's a negation here, because if we have the emotional abundance and emotional happiness with the other person, as I look at the Ten of Cups, and we're giving towards that and we're harvesting it, this is great energy here, but why is it forceful with the King of Wands reversed? This is an energy, it can be a man or a woman, just the type of energy the card embodies. Why is this person or situation, whatever it may be for you, exerting force upon you? Or this may be you trying to exert your force or your energy upon something, a person, place, or thing, you know? There's a lot of displaced energy here. But I do see that the intention, the initial intention, is on point. It's right. It comes from a great place. But I believe, Leo, like this is the beginning signs of the red flags coming up. And possibly also when you should start to pay attention, you know, to how things are chugging along. Also, Leo, I'm picking up that if you're no longer holding back, is the other person holding back, you know? I'm feeling like there was once reciprocity here, but it's slowly starting to diminish. And I believe that the Six of Pentacles here and the Nine of Pentacles here as well is stating time to give to yourself upon a solo basis, possibly, which is fine. That's working on yourself and being soulful and having soulful and obtaining soulful work, you know? Yeah, Leo, I think the red flags are starting to come up a little bit. All right, let's pull a Jesus card, see what he has for you. Okay. So the first card here. Your faith hath saved you. Go in peace. Luke 7:50. And I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. John 14:18. Okay, Leo. So your faith, Leo, in this situation, person, place, or thing, whatever it may be for you today, is what will come of this, you know? Now, granted that, you know, the other party or the other person, places, or thing does add to it, of course. But I'm feeling, Leo, that this is turning into a competition a little bit, or it's turning into only the strong will survive type of sense I'm picking up here. And I feel like peace within this situation, whatever it may be for you, is starting to diminish, Leo. It's starting to disappear. It's starting to no longer be about peace, you know? And I feel like you're obtaining peace within this. And I feel as though, Leo, that we're trying to push at this, which is, in terms of pushing, or in terms of you know, being ambitious, is emblematic of your sign. Of course, you're a very passionate sign. But sometimes, Leo, I feel like it can be second nature sometimes to do that. And then eventually it turns into just something that you become used to, you know, given that, like I just said about being second nature. But I feel, Leo, that it's time for a switch or a change of consciousness, or just turn that ambition into recognition, or turn that ambition into paying attention to what's going on, being more aware of other people's actions and of other people's dwellings within this situation. And I feel as though, Leo, that once that happens, your faith within that switch of consciousness will then be that of peace when this is recognized, whatever it may be for you. Since this is general, I'm just going to say it like that. And just know that whenever we provide or put our faith, our full faith in God, in our higher power, who or whatever it is that you confide in, that's when we'll never be comfortless. How then those better situations, or the better situation, even peace, will come to you instead of running to it. This saying is coming up in my head here. Whenever we stop chasing the bad, we give the good a chance to catch us. Now, I'm not saying you're chasing anything bad, but just, I think you understand what I'm saying for the sake of the saying there. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Let the good come to you this time, Leo, but don't force it. Don't try and, ravish or get caught up in the rapture in terms of obtaining that good. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't have to be that difficult or that strenuous, All right, Leo, I think that completes your reading. Check out Luke 7 and John 14. There'll be something in there for you. All right, remember what I said? Anything good, it is worth waiting for sometimes, but it shouldn't be that difficult in terms of obtaining it full and wholeheartedly, especially if it's something that's kind of given to us or it's something that we have earned, especially when it's at the mercy of another person. It shouldn't be that difficult, Leo, okay? Really shouldn't. All right, Leo, we'll see you next month. Stay good now.